All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Megalobox, Season 2, Episode 1.
Okay, yeah. Guys, this is a show that is one we've reacted to the first season of a long time ago.
Yep.
This is another sequel series following Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. And given that this is one that seems to be titled Nomad,
Right.
and also given how, if you've watched season 1, which you should have, it didn't really need a second season.
Right, like it's one of the ones where we both had like very different like kind of levels of like, I don't know, anticipation for it, because season 2 is the kind of thing where I was like, but why? Like you know, why there doesn't need to be one. But with a title like Nomad and with the, you know, fantastically positive reception that it's been getting, apparently they figured out how to make it work.
Yeah, I think basically what they've done on some level is they've focused probably on what made the main character as compelling as he was in Megalobox Season 1.
Right.
And found some way to put an evolution on that. It's like again.
Right.
So, because, you know, Megalobox was a kind of a celebration of 50-year anniversary of Ashita no Joe.
Right.
Which is a like completely different like story and everything like that. Much bigger. So this is just basically saying that, hey, now that we've got this, probably we can spin off and keep going on its own, you know, its own way. It doesn't have to follow any kind of, you know, constricted, you know, specific, you know, homage to an older anime. It can be its own thing entirely.
Yeah, because the resolution of the main character's arc in the first season was very much like a, you know, a flip of the resolution of main character's arc in Ashita no Joe. Someone passed along. I'm not going to mention the details just in case you end up watching Ashita no Joe at some point. But so given that that's already been done, what are they going to do for the second season?
Yeah.
You know, like, because we're in new territory then.
Yeah, I think one of the things that they could do particularly is they could have a more definitive ending.
Okay, sure.
And less open-ended. And I actually really liked how Megalobox Season 1 was a very open-ended ending. But maybe in this one, we'll delve a little bit more into the soul of the man, Joe.
Sure.
And get to know him even more than we did in Season 1.
Yeah.
Because I feel like as a whole, my favorite character still from Season 1 was Aragaki. And maybe Nanbu, you know? Just because he was a great, just classic trainer character.
Right.
But I also really liked Yuri, and I would like to see Yuri again, because he was probably the most high potential development character of the non-Joe characters, and yet I needed more time with him in order to like appreciate him like fully, I think.
Sure, he definitely was the like silent stoic villain type. So
yeah, and then you ended up loving him by the end of the story, because
exactly.
he had that very simple duality in that he's not just loyal to Yukiko, but he
also sought personal fulfillment in his work.
Yeah, he's going to get that in a way that puts him on that equal level with Joe. So yeah, it made him a very respectful villain. If that makes sense.
Yeah. The character that I want to see more of potentially is Sachio.
Yeah.
Like, because him and his you know, scrappy kid buddies, like I don't know, they just had just such fun.
And
designs
Sachio had his
everything.
little rap too.
Yeah, exactly. Like, let's get more.
Let's get more of that. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
So I'm
catching us up to speed, basically.
Oh, sure. The black and white was giving me kind of a flashback vibe.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
Ooh, new character?
Actually, the hair makes it look like Joe. Maybe it's his father?
I was kind of wondering that too. Yeah, because
like,
they definitely look similar.
It's definitely not Joe, but it's like.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Well, there's Nomad.
Okay, so Joe's taking on the name Nomad. Okay.
He's got a beard now.
Yeah, he's a bit older.
He's back to using gear.
Yeah. Damn. Oh. It's over. There's no shot. Jeez.
All right.
Okay.
Hey. All right. Wait, did they have a falling out? Doesn't necessarily look like he was happy to see him.
Yeah, it looked like he was maybe just thinking about him. Okay.
Who is this?
I think it would be...
It's Joe,
yeah,
okay.
It's Joe, yeah.
All right.
人生を無駄に浪費し、さまよい続ける罪人。汝の名はギアレス・ジョー。神は理不尽な試練は与えないとさ。罰を受けたがってるのに皮肉なもんだ。
Why though?
分かってんだろ。名前を書いたとこで過去は帳消しにならないぜ。
Oh.
Damn.
Is Nanbu even there?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't think he's there. Shit. Oh,
Right.
dang. Okay. Yeah, something's going on inside Joe.
Uh-huh.
Out of pills.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, we're getting inside.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
あんた似てるね。
After his exhibition match with Liu. Okay.
All right.
The guy who's currently
Uh-huh.
competing for the championship, and Yuri is...
The trainer, I guess.
Yeah. But there were two of them, and I'm not sure which one
that's a
Yuri
good
was
point, yeah.
was the trainer of.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. What if, like, Nambu's dead, but then he ends up needing to be trained by Yuri?
That would be awesome. So his own perfect legend is now the thing that's crippling him and haunting him. Yeah.
In addition to potentially
Into
the ghost of Nambu.
Ghost of Nambu. Yeah.
Oh, I love this.
This is so
Super atmospheric.
yeah calming,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh, I love this scene.
That was good animation on the finger
Yeah.
plucking, because
Mm-hmm.
when he was plucking the top E chord, it would make the sound of the E chord, and then when he'd strum, it would actually make the strum sound. So that was really, really good.
そいつを酒と一緒にやるのはよした方がいい。死にたがってるなら、それもまたよしだ。
That was all it took. Okay.
He doesn't want to die,
Yeah. But he might want to punch something.
or he can't stand to look at. No.
Wow. Oh, shit. What a way to show someone's broken.
Yeah. We're going down to the pits with this guy.
Yep. Not dead yet.
No, not dead yet. Oh, let's show what happened.
There's a rage inside this guy.
Here's the wolf. Nice.
Okay. That's right. Wasn't a wolf used as like a
Visual
motif in the
metaphor
OP?
for him. Yeah, in the OP. Yeah. Oh,
That's a spectacular
that
spill.
looks so good. Oh yeah. Oh.
Okay. That's just the first half.
たくどうすんだ。対戦相手が見つからなきゃ試合が組めねえだろうが。
けどどいつもこいつも奴の攻撃聞いたら
Because they have to officially do it. That's why he's got the name Nomad to try and hide it a little bit.
それもランカーですからね。俺がやるよ。
どう
Huh?
例の土佐回りのボクサー。
Wait, so they weren't talking about him.
Oh.
あんたがノマドか。
Oh, wait. Then who is it?
Okay.
噂は聞いてるよ。あちこちでお払い箱になっちゃリングを渡り歩いてるんだってな。腕の覚えがあ
The
るんだろうが
wandering boxer. Okay. Nomad, yeah.
俺がどうなろうが迷惑はかけねえ。あんたらはただ客から金を絞り取りゃいいんだ。
All right.
Yeah, because if everyone bets on the other guy, he could win big.
Yeah.
そこまで言われちゃこっちも断る理由がねえ。好きにしな。
All right.
言っとくが八百長はなし。真剣勝負のガチンコだ。
They're like, hell yeah, sure, man.
Go for
you
it.
do it.
We aren't expecting you to win anyways.
Right, right. But if you've got actual, like, you know, chops and reputation behind you, people might bet for you.
Yep.
Sweet. All right, this guy again. Okay.
Yeah. So who is it that would be down here other than him?
Wait. Is this the guitar player?
Maybe. Yeah.
It is.
All right.
Oh.
Okay.
Shit. Let's go.
運命の再会だ。
Yeah.
お手柔らかに
Let's do this.
Oh, nice and clean. Dude, this guy's gonna be his new trainer.
That dude's big.
悪くねえ。
But he's a bit chubby though. Like.
お嬢さん、今夜の勝利はあんたに。
Wow.
Ah.
Looking away from his opponent that long while in the ring.
Yeah, he's a showman. Oh.
Oh, that's dirty.
That's very dirty, yeah.
Okay.
But very, very tactical.
Yep. I mean, hey.
Dude, the music though.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Was he specifically targeting his gear, maybe?
Oh no, he's tripping out. Oh no.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
Saved by the bell.
Okay.
I love that the sweat almost looked like the color of his puke earlier, you know?
どうした
Shit.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and the sounds everywhere else are distorted.
Uh-huh.
Holy shit.
何度も繰り返してきたじゃねえかいつもと同じだろ
Yeah, the way Nambu like slightly chastises him, you know? It's like it's his own self-talk. Whoa. Oh, he made it a glancing blow. That was close.
Uh-huh.
Clinching.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, did he come here specifically for him?
Oh! Alright.
こいつは奴から預かった金だ。
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. He's not the one who's gonna take the fall in the fight, maybe.
Yep. Shit.
Damn.
Wow. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, he's gonna be pissed. Yeah.
望み通りにはいかねえもんさ
That's a shot.
何がリアルボクサーだ。
Yeah.
このイカサマ野郎。
It's a living.
Yep.
客は十分楽しんだ。それでいいじゃねえか。
プロのボクサーなんだろう。
It was.
本物のリングに上がってたてめえ自身に恥ずかしくねえのかよ。
あんたはどうなんだ？
What are you doing here?
Yeah, what are you doing with everything, man? Oh shit. Yeah, don't try. Yep. Hit him right in the liver. Yep. Oh,
Yeah,
this
'cause
is
he
just
knew about
sad.
those.
Yeah. It's like, come on, man. I don't have.
Suppose he.
あんたがこいつに溺れてなきゃ、そこに倒れてんのは俺だったかもな。達者でな、ノマド。
Let's fight again.
I mean, I hope not. I hope if anything, he maybe gets to see him like at some point down the road when he's hit truly rock bottom and he's able to bounce back up. But yeah, this is just depressing. Oh,
Playing chicken with the cliff again.
maybe. Oh, it's that wolf
Yeah.
dead on the side of the road. Damn. Yeah. God, the music just keeps hitting.
Yep.
サビサビ
In case we didn't know yet that he just shows
Right.
up here. Yeah.
Yep.
だったらついてくんじゃねえよ。
そりゃおめえ次第だろ
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
熱くなりやがってあれから5年か
5 years. Okay.
さて相棒次はどこへ行く
Yeah. Where to next? Oh.
Oh, nice.
This is Requiem of. Oh, okay.
Well, but this is the. Or is this the same song that the guy was playing in the.
It might be, but I can't tell.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same
Yeah.
song. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I love it. Oh, man.
Wow.
I love any time that an ED plays, like, in an episode.
Yeah.
And we didn't even realize it was the ED.
Yeah,
But it was
yeah.
already amazing.
Oh.
What a first episode.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
we
boy.
get a really, really rough look at Joe.
Yeah.
5 years in the future. I liked the time skip kind of choice here because we now have an inferred level of story that we don't know about, but also because Joe is trying to forget, it makes sense that we wouldn't remember it.
Yep.
You know, as the third party, omniscient, audience kind of coming in. No, he is drowning
in the
himself
pits.
in alcohol and
Yep.
painkillers to try and just forget it all. There seems to be the potential hint that Nanbu died maybe at the exhibition match between Edison Liu and Gearless Joe.
Yep. Like,
Shit.
yeah. It's something where a lot of the times I'll see anime that will be like, yes, for like a following season, we'll give it like a new name or whatever, because it's like almost like it's a new show or whatever. Like Black Lagoon did that, I remember. But a lot of the times it doesn't really feel like necessary. It's
Doesn't
just
feel
like,
like
okay,
it's-
it's just a season 2, right? But with this, no, this feels like a new show, and I love it.
Because he's a new character.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's totally new character.
Yeah.
And the mantra of, break your characters, they did that excellently this episode. I love how
And they took their time with it.
they took their time with it. Yep,
Yeah.
yep. I love it when the audience is basically given time to just basically take what the episode gives them
and immerse ourselves
and
in it.
immerse ourselves in it, and we
Yeah.
don't have to have it spelled out for us, right?
Right.
There's little things that they need to exposit about, like, okay, it's been 5 years, these are the current like champions and things like that.
There was something that happened.
There was something that happened. There was an exhibition match that Joe lost, and then he disappeared. Okay, cool.
Right.
But pretty much everything else, it's all just left up to our own interpretation and the nonverbal cues that they give us through just seeing the episode happen. Joe barely said a thing this episode, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love it because he's by himself. Why would he say anything, right?
then
he's in the pits.
Not.
Well, yeah, yeah.
The
Like-
fact that Nanbu keeps showing up, and it's so obvious, like almost immediately, that it's
Yep.
like, no, he's clearly not there.
Right, and the fact that they still don't say it, even at the end of the episode, which because like
I mean,
there's
it's obvious at that point.
no right, but there's quick writing thing. There's an idea that basically even if you foreshadow something and you make it really obvious, you still need to have that point where you basically say it clear as day. You're right, the foreshadowing was pointing towards this thing, this is what it is. That way there's just that bit of clarity for the audience, right? And they still didn't even do that, but they made it work because it's something where Nanbu, how would he be there?
It's impossible.
Right? It's impossible.
Yeah.
Joe just drove on his motorcycle for who knows how long, right?
Camped out in a bus that's abandoned
Exactly.
in the middle of nowhere.
And then Nanbu shows up. It's like that doesn't just happen, right?
Right. They told it without having to tell us.
Yes, and because it's something that Joe specifically also won't address or look at directly in the eye, it makes sense then that the show tells it to us in this indirect way.
Yeah. And there are I would say a couple cool like visual metaphors with this is that Joe has always been the one that doesn't really have a home or a family. So right now we're seeing what the results of that would be if he didn't have Sachio or Nanbu with him.
Like
and
his name isn't even Joe. That was just the title that he got for when he, did his gearless fighting.
Right, exactly. He was known as Junk Dog even before that.
Yeah.
So now he's basically chosen a new name, one who wanders alone, no family, no name. And I love these types of anime protagonists because they're almost a
like
they're almost a dying.
Well,
no, they're kind of like a dying breed.
Oh, okay,
which I almost also find kind of a meta thing in that he is a dying breed of not only Megalo boxer,
but wolf
also
analogy,
the like, wolf with just being like, you're going to end up dead,
right,
and alone, and will anyone? Okay, well,
I guess someone buried you.
Someone did,
yeah.
You got lucky that time,
right, because if he's the wolf, then he's the one also
himself. He's
burying himself, but also it's the even when you're alone, the only person you have
is yourself,
right?
Yeah.
So it's I love this episode.
Can Joe or can Nomad,
right?
Can he crawl back up on his own 2 feet without anyone's help? Now, what I love about this is they've already shown that he already has had someone's help. The stuff that Chief did this episode was very simple.
Yep.
But as a fellow boxer, as someone that did all the things that the world of boxing chastised him in the first fight for doing incorrectly, Chief did correctly. And has found a little bit of purpose and happiness in that. We saw in the way that he played his music. We saw it in the way that he interacted with the crowd.
Yep.
He enjoys this. It's not a show that he's putting on that isn't real to him. Now,
he's still throwing fights.
Yeah. He is being, I would say, a person who is not genuine to the sport. The sport, exactly.
Right.
But that's different from being genuine to yourself.
Exactly.
And what might have happened here is that Joe fractured from boxing to the point that his own identity doesn't have any meaning apart from boxing.
Yeah,
the idea of his name not even being Joe is a great comparison in that if he's always being known as Gearless Joe, he's like, well, that's actually not even me.
Right.
Like
I was Junk Dog, but that's
not even me either.
That's not even me either. But even if that was me, that's a me from so long ago. That's a whole other existence, right? Like I can't really just go back to being Junk Dog, right?
Yeah.
There's not even anyone around that would call me that, right?
Sure.
Like,
and maybe even the dog or the wolf, wolf dying here is basically saying, hey, death is catching up with you.
Right.
Junk Dog's gone.
Yeah.
Gearless Joe still remains because everyone else believes in it, but you don't believe in Gearless Joe.
Right.
So when are you going to find Joe, dead on the side of a road?
So because I love this because since Joe didn't die at the end of the first season, right? Like he was okay. It's like that really did seem like it's that's the end of the show, right?
Yeah.
You don't need anything else past that.
Right.
But surprise, he might still be dead.
Yeah.
And that's I love that because it's
ghost wandering his own area,
like
metaphorically,
right? But it's the thing where those themes can be played up even more than I feel like they could have even been in the first one because a literal death, that's
one thing.
That's a very concrete set of stakes, right? But the death of the soul of the lifeblood that that's within him, right? Like that's poetic, and it's wonderful, and it's a way that
slow.
And it's slow. You can have that death happening, either already happened or be in the process of happening while the story keeps going, right? A physical death, how do you continue the story past that? It's kind of tough. You have to choose a new main character or something, right?
Yeah.
But here,
so given that this is only 5 years later, literally every character from the first season could show up again.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So we had Nanbu this episode.
Right.
I think that they're going to show someone like Yuri in the next episode.
I think so. Yeah, he was name dropped, so yeah.
Yeah, and given that this is only 5 years later, of all the characters you'd like to see Joe run into to help him, who would you like to see him run into? Because I would love to see him run into Aragaki.
Aragaki would be a lot of fun.
Because he literally went through this dark night of the soul moment.
Sure.
But it was not a night. It was a time.
Yep.
And
it also revolved around the idea of losing Nanbu.
Yeah.
Right? Whether it was abandonment or, oh God, I caused his death, or whatever it is with Joe, right?
Yeah.
I like they're all of one of the things that I love about it being specifically 5 years is, like you said, they can bring back all of the characters,
but they'll all have changed.
They'll all have changed too.
Yep.
And given how, because we've talked in previous like reactions and stuff like that about how time skips are very dangerous tools to use, because you need to reintroduce the characters if they're a new character.
Takes time.
Because people change over time, right? Especially if the time skips because of something traumatic or whatever, right? And given how they handled Joe in this episode, I am wholly sold on the idea for this series of like, yes, absolutely, we're going to meet this cast, and there will be the nostalgia of, we know these people, but we don't know them anymore.
But like Sachio could be like almost fully grown, like as a young man.
Sachio is actually one of the ones that I'm really excited for, because if Nanbu's dead, right, there's the Nanbu that is sort of the memory of Nanbu. That's still a really like sweet thing of he's still with you kind of a thing. But I wonder if Sachio maybe blames him.
Yeah. I also have to say, this is something that's really dumb that I didn't bring this up. The other reason why that could not have been Nanbu is that Nanbu is actually blind. He has no sight right now.
That's right. He cut out his own eye. Yeah.
So
unless he got some prosthetic replacement,
Sure, which is totally possible in this world of cybernetic, boxing stuff like that.
And with the Megalonia winnings or whatever.
But still,
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, but good point. But even still, even if Yukiko set up Nanbu in a really like cool way, the idea that something happened at an exhibition match and Joe blames himself for it, maybe, but it might not even be entirely his fault. That feels like the perfect, simple impetus to set up an entire, like, soul-searching story.
Oh, yeah. And the characters are the story when it comes right down to it. I love the flair and the style of this show. I love the music. I love the animation. I love the idea of boxing with mechanized fists. Hell yeah. But that is not what's going to make this show really good, right? That's a fun world building thing to be like,
that's the mechanism by which they'll deliver this story.
Right, exactly. But seeing Joe in this state, I am 110% on board.
Yeah,
I am very excited for this.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
And the thing is, like, man, just about everything from this episode, I want to gush about. Like, even the whole bit of Chief playing the song. I talked about it a little bit since it seems to be the ED. And I
definitely could be the OP, because that's how they usually do things in anime.
Oh, sure. They have the OP at the end of the first episode
episode
sometimes. Yeah, that could totally be it. And if so, then like there's a whole other reason why I love that, because I love it when OPs don't go for the usual like hype thing, but then they go for like the more somber kind of tone that EDs generally have, right? And that's one of the reasons why oftentimes I will like EDs even more than OPs, right? And especially when they're used in the episode. And it fit perfectly here thematically of having that quiet contemplative moment, right? But then on top of that, we have it be something that is meta being played in the show, right? It's not just a background music choice, right? A character is actually playing this song, right? And the song is so emotional and stuff. It's like, this is the kind of thing that maybe could help bring about that inner healing for Joe if he were to be willing to actually face it and sort of revel in the sorrow, right? Like that tune that the guy was playing, that was a sad song.
It was a really sad song.
And yet then he can go up on stage, basically, into the ring and be laughing and yucking it up. And, you know, I'm going to dedicate this one to you, baby, right?
Yeah.
And throw the fight without a problem, right? Like,
he's found a form of inner peace and balance.
Yeah.
But if that's not something that's, you know, if there's no struggle in that, that's not interesting. But I think that's why I wanted him to be the trainer for Joe.
Sure.
Is that he's found some way to probably keep those two worlds in tandem. But I don't know if Joe's ready to receive something like that. That's why I would rather maybe he doesn't see Chief for a while. Like, Chief comes back in like 6 or 7 episodes or so.
Right. Joe is it's one of those things where I feel like this episode is both set up kind of like the overarching journey. Yeah. Like, Joe is at some point going to probably fight Mac and Leo, right? Or one of them, right? Because it was the whole the whole thing of like Gearless Joe. There's no way he'd beat them now. That could just be a thing to show that Megalo boxing has progressed in a lot of different ways and things like that.
I would love actually to have the twist be that there is no big fight at the end of it.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, I would say he's probably going to face one of them.
Right. One of them. And if it ends up being Liu, then that's just extra sprinkles because Yuri is the trainer, mentor, right? Yeah. So you know that'd be all sorts of fitting, right?
Exactly. But I'm gonna say it. I think that this is set up in a more interesting way than season 1.
Absolutely.
I think that having the character be one that we have the benefit of having the contrast of who they were before this season already known to us.
That helps.
That helps me gain interest in this. But I will say that actually, if I didn't see season,
and you just had this as a cold open, to
and
the
I
show,
just had this as a cold open,
totally, absolutely.
I would be absolutely invested.
Yep.
Because I think I would get at least half of the metaphors without any context.
Right. You'd still kind of you'd understand that Nanbu was a trainer, right? Because he was kind of doing that trainer thing in the ring.
Yep.
You'd understand that he is not there, probably.
I'd even understand the wolf connection, I think.
Oh, sure.
Well.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Like, it's something where, because, that's another thing. Having this is a new show, right? And it really does kind of treat it like a new show.
They put it up really well, so if you don't know anything about season 1,
that's fine.
You can still really enjoy this.
Season 1 is still a really fun ride, definitely go check it out. But if you haven't, right, like, because season 1 was like a very, very kind of like vanilla story, and not in a bad way, right? It had that fun, like, callback aesthetic and everything of the scaled down and scaled back up, like animation and art and all that stuff, and the music and everything. It's cool, right? Classic boxing story, right?
Yeah.
But now this setup for a character, yes, boxing is the vehicle that's being used.
Yeah.
But you could swap out boxing for literally anything right here.
Else, and it would still work.
And it would still work, and it wouldn't even really affect this episode that much.
Yeah, because he's a character that's running. A character that wanders away from his problems and keeps basically running into the conflict they literally have through the boxing, a mechanic through which he ends up getting kicked out of there, and then once that conflict happens, he's gone.
Right.
They literally were saying that, you go to every, fight and stuff like that, every gym or what have you.
Yep.
But then once you get, some pushback, basically, because you're not, doing the thing that they want you to do, you end up leaving.
And that's such a fun contradiction that's so simple and straightforward of a person that is literally willing to go into a ring with another person that is trained to beat the shit out of people with mechanized fists and go into just straight conflict with the person in the most visceral way possible, probably, right? Or one of, right? But emotional conflict, facing their past, things like that.
He loses all those fights.
Right. Yeah, loses all those fights. Won't even show up to them.
Yep. I love the idea that he's so good at winning in boxing that he will go for all those fights, but the actual fights that he has the potential to lose.
Right.
No.
The scene where he throws away the meds was heartbreaking and chilling because one, at first I thought, he's throwing away the meds. Wait, this seems like a early development when we just got reintroduced to Joe.
I'm surprised that
they're already making him overcome that. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. And then he picks them back up.
Yeah, he picks them back up.
Oh man, off of a dirty bathroom floor.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. That's the way you do it.
Like that. As far as showing someone being broken. Damn.
Yeah. And now we have a full season of this to get to. So, yeah.
Yep.
Y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.